Good morning. Bendiciones. Bendiciones. It's all my hair because I paid for it. Come on, stick to the window. That's what you're here for. Sorry, I have y'all on this whole setup. I won't be able to read your comments this morning, but I just wanted y'all to be with me today as I go to work. And today was a morning that was definitely hard for me to start. Bendiciones, where are my manners? But today was definitely a morning that was a little hard for me to start because I think in 2.4 miles, turn left onto Figueroa Street. So this morning was definitely a hard morning for me. I think that ever since I signed the lease with the landlord, and she told me that basically, so the 6 months is end in April. April is my birth month. So essentially, the minute she told me that, even though I knew, I was full aware that this was not my forever home. I think that it just brought into reality everything, because I feel like I just got into this room, like that's what I feel like. I feel like I gotta move again. I just moved in here, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the lease is not for a year, it's not for a year. She's not giving me a lease for a year. So I don't know, and I totally am fully aware how lucky I have it and how hard I've worked. Like, trust me, I know that. I came from the truck and I got myself in a room, and I got myself a job. Like, these are things that I've accomplished and I've maintained. But I'm just tired, you know? Like, when you look at my life in the past, like, 2 years, it has been nonstop. My life has been nonstop. And I think that working as such a fast pace in life has really, or working in survival mode, better yet, it takes a toll on you. Physically, mentally, spiritually, it takes a toll on you. You have to really pull, like, I don't know how to explain it to you. If you've ever experienced homelessness, homelessness can consume you. It can consume you. There has been times that I've spent in my truck consumed by the realization of my situation, and I was like, yo, I am actually homeless and I have nowhere to go other than where I'm sitting right now. And that type of stuff, it consumes you. In 1 mile, turn left onto Figueroa Street. Type of level of strength that you've never even thought you had to overcome this. Because especially when you're by yourself. When you're by yourself, you gotta be the one to tell yourself. And you wanna know something? Like, yo no me puedo quejar. I cannot take my life for granted. the universe really works in unique ways, because I have had the amazing privilege to make connections with people in the House of Realness and just see the love and support that you guys shower me with. Oh my God, it's so crazy. I feel como una ingrata sometimes. I feel like, yo, I'm so ungrateful sometimes because, you know, yeah, I don't have this, I don't have that, but look what I have. I have the House of Realness. I have my goals, I have my dreams, I have my aspirations, I have purpose that keeps me forward. No matter how far these goals and dreams may seem to me right now, I have all of these things. And for the first time in my life, I have my freedom. I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't have to deal with anybody. It's just me. Like, I'm
Go past this light. Then at the next one, turn left.
I'm alone. But really, I'm like at the best point of my life for another transformation. Another transformation. And I'm like, how many transformations do I have to make before I reach, you know, the goals that I've set for myself? But I just want y'all to know that, like, life doesn't come with like a freaking manual. I'm just like here lost and confused, and I'm like, okay, I know where I want to be. I know where I want to be. I want to be on the runway. I want to be YouTuber of the year. I want this, I want that. It's like, how do you get there? And I'm like, oh, and it's killing me. It's killing me. It's killing me. And I'm just like, okay, I just got to remain positive and trust the process. Remain positive and trust the process. Remain positive and trust the process. And it's hard to do that for a long stretch of time when you have been through the trenches and you continue to...
At the light, use the left 2 lanes to turn onto Figueroa Street. Then take a slight left turn to merge onto I-110 North.
Your dreams start like actually feeling real and start working, and then it doesn't become like something that you try or you're actively being mindful about. It's just something that happens and just everything is great, you know? But everything just works when it wants.
Use the left 2 lanes to take a slight left turn.
That's what I'm quickly realizing. Guys, if I'm not reading your comments, I need you to understand it's nothing personal. I'm driving to work and I have y'all on this little tripod thing. I'm just venting and talking to y'all. Hello? Your little GT Porsche. You break all the rules because you think you got a sports car? You got a fast car, but is it fast enough so we can fly away? You gotta make a decision.
In 5.3 miles, take the exit to merge onto CA91 East.
Go today or live and die this way. Wow, that song. Cause we're driving in a car. And I got a feeling that I belong. I got a feeling I can be someone. Yo, that song is crazy. So yeah, this morning I was in my feelings and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. Why do I go to work? Why am I even trying? Like, this is stupid. Who did I think I was? Do I think I'm worthy of more? I should have just stood in the truck. I should have just saved my money. Why did I get a mattress? I'm so foolish for getting a mattress. Oh my God, I should have never unpacked. Why did I even put these things on the wall? I was in my head completely just beating myself up so badly about everything. And I'm just like, wait, no, why I put those things on the wall and why I unpacked was because I worked hard for it. I always knew this was just a stepping stone. And this was just a place where I needed to just rest and get my thoughts and just level up. And I'm doing a lot of things. I'm taking a lot of major steps in life. Like major steps in life. But for me, I don't want to add pressure to myself, but for me, I'm like, I don't want to go to another room. I don't want to go to another room. I do not want to go to another room. So that's not an option for me right now. What I got to figure out in these 6 months is how can I afford my own place? I want to be able to cook freely. I want to be able to relax. I want it to be able to where I go home and it's just me. I get to do what I want. I get to wear what I want. I get to, if I want to wake up at 3 in the morning and start dancing, I can do that. I want my own place. That is the goal. Everything costs a lot in LA. My lease is up in April, my birthday month. And then also I'm thinking like, what's stopping me from just leaving the United States? Yeah. It just hurts my titties sometimes. But you're right.
In 2 miles, take the exit to merge onto C91 East.
Oh, so look, boom. This is what we're gonna do. This morning, we're gonna focus on manifesting what I want from my new place. So, espérate, where's my water? Oh, I'm fancy now. She bought a coconut water, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk to my coconut water. Now, let me talk to we're manifesting, of course, abundance, health, wealth, love, prosperity, joy, travel, all of that. We're manifesting all of those goodies, right? We're manifesting all of those goodies, but today we're manifesting my new home. Now, I'm such a New Yorker, I want a loft. If I'm gonna be in LA, I want a loft style apartment. I want it to be high ceilings, exposed brick, and I want it to be large windows. Large windows. Now, loft style apartments normally have very small kitchens. I don't want a small kitchen. I want a fully decked out kitchen. I want 6 gas burners. I want an island.
Use the right 2 lanes to take the exit to merge onto C91 East.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 So I want an island, open concept. I want the bedroom to be upstairs. I want the bathroom to be
Take the exit.
I want 2 bathrooms. I want a patio area where I can sit outside and I can like have outside seating, you know, just like a cute little area outside. I want it to be high up. I want it to be one of those places where you don't gotta bring the groceries upstairs. You can leave it downstairs and they will, the doorman brings them up for you.
Stay in the middle 5 lanes.
I
In 7.2 miles, take exit 14B onto Downey Avenue.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, right? I'm gonna tell you one thing that always. Hello? You know what I never understood about me when I say hello to the camera? Like, I dead ass be thinking that y'all gonna say something to me. I be thinking that y'all gonna actually talk to me I swear that I be talking to y'all on the phone. Like, I'm recording on my phone, and that's why it's a little like, I be like, wait, I'm not on the phone with them. And then that also makes me think, hopefully that's not how I am on the phone. Like, imagine if I just be like, talking, and nobody else is like having enough room to say anything. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, that's terrible. So I want 2 bathrooms. And I want multiple homes. That's how I feel. I want a loft. I want a loft apartment, but I also want a house. But I don't think I want a house in California, but I want a house in California that I get with like my husband. I want my own house somewhere else. Like, I don't want my first house to be here. I don't want my first house to be here in California. I want it to be somewhere else. Because I'm going to save money if I buy my first home outside of California. Yeah, I know exactly what I want my loft style apartment to look like. Oh my God, I can't wait. There's gonna be so many influential people that live in my building. And you know what, low-key, I'm gonna find a sneaky link in my building. Like, that's what I want. Okay, so I don't know, like, literally I feel like I haven't gone through a hoe phase. So I want to have my own apartment. Hello. I cannot wait. I'm excited. I'm elated. It is coming so soon. My own loft apartment is coming so soon. And I'm excited for it. But when I get my place, I want to find, like, okay, so here's how it happens in my head. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just, living my LA fantasy. She's, like, living her LA fantasy. Hold on. Okay, she's living her LA fantasy. She's, she got her own loft apartment, booked and busy. YouTube is on point. Brand deals left and right. I'm taking trips back from New York to London. And just like, I'm so booked and busy. So I'm rarely in my building. So what I do is I go to my P.O. box because I got so much PR packages that I need to pick up. So much so that I'm like, yo, low-key, I think I need an assistant. So I'm like going through the hiring process for an assistant at this time that I'm living in my loft apartment. And what happens is that I'm coming in with like a big thing out of my G-Wagon, because I'm gonna have a G-Wagon, because all YouTubers have a G-Wagon. It's just written in the contract. When you do YouTube, you have to have a G-Wagon. So I'm gonna have my G-Wagon all cute, all pimped out, and I'm gonna be taking all these packages out of my car, and the bellman is gonna be helping me. So I'm gonna be with a little carrito with all my packages going to the elevator, and there's gonna be this cute guy, and he's gonna be like, is there room for me in the elevator? And I'm like, I mean, I could definitely make room for you. He was like, I like the way that sounds. And I'm gonna be like, oh my God, is he flirting with me a little bit? And because I'm gonna have this big cart in the elevator, he's gonna have to stand like really, really close to me and stuff. And like, we're gonna like be looking at each other and this, that, and the third. And then that's like when our love affair is gonna start. So I see that he gets off like at a certain floor, and he's like, oh, you still got some ways to go. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in the penthouse, baby. He's like, oh, you're the one who lives up in the penthouse? Like, damn, your balcony must be so sick. And I'm like, yeah, it is. You should come see it sometime. He's like, most definitely. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I would ask you for your address, but you're in the penthouse. And I'm like, yeah, that part, I'm in the penthouse. And then he leaves, we smile, and then later on that night, I hear a knock on the door, because I'm cooking in my house. And he knocks on my door, and he's like, what are you cooking? It smells good up in here. And I'm like, excuse me, get away from my door. What are you doing here? It was like, you told me I could come look at the patio. I was like, oh, but I didn't really think you were gonna come. He's like, well, I think I came at the right time. And I'm like, what you mean by that? He was like, you're not gonna be hospitable and let me in? I was like, you a complete stranger. He was like, but then again, you did just invite me to your patio. And I'm like, all right, I guess you could come in. Then he comes in, I serve him a plate because, you know, I feel bad or whatever. And after I serve him a plate, we're eating, we're having conversation, we're actually getting to know each other, and everything is going good. We go to the patio and whatever. He's like, it's something about you that intoxicate me. And I was like, that's probably that wine that's creeping to your cranium. And he's gonna be like, I only had a glass. And I'm like, yeah, but that's probably enough to keep you bugging, because what you mean? And he's gonna be like, I'm just feeling you. And he's gonna come behind me and he's gonna kiss me on my bare shoulder, and it's gonna send chills up my crica, right? So now that my crica is on high alert because he kissed my shoulder and I'm already feeling him, that's when the kisses are gonna get intense. He's gonna kiss down my back, and he's gonna slide my dress down, and he's gonna have his way with me on the freaking penthouse patio. Oh my God, he's gonna bend me over that rail and have me really see the skyline of LA in a whole different way. Oh my God, and then he's gonna take one of my legs and he's gonna put it up so he can get a better angle and just take me to full ecstasy. Oh my God, yes! And he's always gonna come over, and then I'm gonna go to his place one of those nights, and his place is actually really, really nice, and he's gonna do me in front of his window while the neighbors are looking across the way. And I'm like, oh my God, people could see. And he's like, exactly. And I'm like, oh, you so nasty. He's like, but you like it. I'm like, ew, you are so freak nasty. Alex said bendiciones, just waking up. She said, damn, that's kind of a long drive. I spend $20 a day in gas. $20 a day in gas driving back and forth to LA. $20. I fill up, it takes me $20. So you do the math. I work 5 days out of the week, 6 days out of the week sometimes. That's what, like $120. I spend $120 a week to get back and forth to work. And that's if I don't go anywhere else. If I go anywhere else, then the gas accumulates. So yeah, and then I'm gonna have a boyfriend in my building or whatever. Then he's gonna start to get too attached, and I'm gonna have to be like, well, we have fun and stuff, but like, I'm actually going on a trip to like Paris, and I'm going on a trip to Amsterdam. Like, I'm kind of like traveling right now. I was just like kind of home for a little bit, and it was fun while we were together. But I want you to know that I really enjoyed this. And he's gonna be like, "What do you mean you're leaving?" And I'm like, "Yeah, kinda. I'm leaving." He's gonna be like, "You can't get me hooked on that good punani and think that you're gonna take it away from me." And I'm like, "Oh, so you getting possessive? You never put a ring on it. You never gave me a reason, Charles. You never gave me a reason to stay. Yes, it was good, Charles. The penis was good. And it was fun. You don't think that sometimes I would lay in bed next to you while you were sleeping and I would look at the soft contours of your face and I would say, I could love this man? But you never did nothing. All you did was give me good D. I'm grown. And I sat here and I waited for you. Charles, I fucking waited for you. And now that I'm leaving, you want to tell me this? No, you're selfish. I'm going after my dreams, Charles. And I'm leaving. And then he's going to come to the airport right while I'm boarding the plane. And then literally TSA is going to be tasing him on the ground because he's going to be running like a maniac the day that I leave from my flight to go to Africa. And he's going to be like, don't leave me. And I'm like this. I can't hear you. I'm on the plane. I'm on the plane. And then I land to Africa and then I start doing my own thing. And I think about him a little bit. And I get an email in my laptop because I have a MacBook, and I get an email and it's from Charles and he's like, I understand how selfish I was and I wasn't ready to like commit and I can't ask you to do anything like that, but I know this is meant to be, so find yourself. I'll be waiting. And I'm like, I don't want to feel responsible for your feelings, so don't be waiting for me. So do what you want to do, because I'm out here doing what I want to do. Period. Because yo no soy una pendeja. Like, I'm so over those type of typical love stories. Like, nah. And you know what? That's how it's going to work for me, too. I'm going to get, like, everything is going to pop off for me. Then I'm going to meet somebody. This person is automatically going to fall enamored with me and my success. To totally get enamored with me and my success, and then I'm gonna have to go away for a little bit and they're gonna catch feelings and I'm gonna be like, look, you can't catch feelings because I'm going after what I've always wanted to travel. So what's gonna happen is basically like I'm gonna meet somebody when I get my own apartment. Everything is gonna be good. The penis is gonna be good. Then I'm gonna be traveling and I'm gonna have to like break up with him a little bit and he's gonna be in his feelings because he's gonna be like, yo, but low key, I fell in love with you during this time. Like, don't you feel it? And I'm gonna be like, I feel something too, but I waited for you to say something all those months that I was here and you didn't say nothing. So now that I'm leaving, you want to say something and you want me to accommodate that and feel responsible for your feelings. And I don't feel responsible for your feelings. You should have expressed how you felt when you was up in my guts that day on the balcony. What about those countless nights that I was in your place and you was attempting to cook and you told me to get out the kitchen because you actually wanted to cook me a plate? What about all those times we would go to the drive-through movie theater and we would smoke? And we would talk about life and everything. Like, you should have been told me you love me and I'm leaving. Like, men will always try to do that. Men will always try to do that. They will always try to make you feel bad for them not making the decision they needed to make at the time they needed to make it. Oh my God, my coconut. My coconut. I lost the little thin straw that you need to drink your coconut out of that. Oh no, that's Trey Eves. How did I lose the coconut straw? What is your girl to do? She can't drink her coconut water without the coconut straw. It's just impossible. Ew, y'all want to see the sandwiches I made for my coworkers? Oh no, they got smushed. I made them peanut butter and jelly. Oh no, they got smushed. Oh no, they got smushed. They're so ugly. They're not gonna like it. Oh no, they got so smushed. All right, guys, I love y'all. Until next time. Honestly, I know I'm just here. Well, when you say honest, whatever. But thank you for just being here for me. I know it sounds weird. I don't know if any other YouTuber feels this way, but thank you for just being here for me. Like, just thank you.